Welcome back to the Nature Moment channel. In the enchanting landscape of vast grasslands, a vivid scene unfolds with massive herds of animals moving in perfect coordination. Stealthy predators lurk in the shadows, creating an eternal battleground of survival, revolving in an endless cycle. Welcome to the Serengeti, the starting point of the greatest survival journey across Africa's wild grasslands. Here, millions of prey face the toughest challenges: hunger, drought, exhaustion, and relentless predators. The survival race has begun. Join us as we explore this battle in the survival war in Serengeti, where life and death collide. Every creature, from the agile predators to the resilient prey, plays a role in the perfect tapestry of the wild. On the grasslands, the rhythmic sound of hooves echoes as a signal of the impending clash between hunter and prey. Cheetahs, with unmatched patience, stalk their targets, then haul their catch up high to keep it out of the reach of lions and hyenas. The cheetahs strike like arrows towards their prey, but victory is often just a fleeting moment. Even after capturing their prey, the cheetah's control is rarely secure. Meanwhile, the lions seize the opportunity amid the chaos to ambush their prey with strategic precision. They lead the antelope and zebras into narrow grass corridors, cutting off their escape routes. The chase begins, with the stronger animals pushing forward, while the weaker ones risk falling behind. Beneath the waters of the Mara River, lurking figures wait patiently. Nile crocodiles lie motionless with keen eyes, ready for the moment when the herds cross the river, where the chaos provides the perfect opportunity for a swift and powerful strike. As the herds leap into the water, the current becomes a violent swirl, and each jump is a fight for survival. Every escape from death brings them one step closer to survival. With an area spanning over 12,000 square miles, the Serengeti is an endless world, where vast plains evoke a sense of tranquility, only to suddenly come alive in a burst of energy. Millions of gazelles, zebras, and smaller animals like Thompson's gazelles begin their arduous journey across the Mara River, facing the harsh challenges of the wild. Each step of the herd carries the threads of a delicate ecological web, from the cool forests by the riverbanks to the waterlogged marshes, from the expansive grasslands to the dense woodlands. Each area is home to hundreds of bird species and 70 species of mammals. This is a connected ecosystem where every creature, no matter how small, plays a crucial role in maintaining the balance of nature. The wilderness here is not only a battleground for predators like lions, leopards, and hyenas, but also a place where fierce natural battles unfold with every migration. They create a dynamic, colorful picture, both graceful and intense, reflecting the majestic beauty of one of Africa's 7 natural wonders. The western region of Serengeti National Park is home to the Serengeti forest ecosystem. This land, with its blend of vast grasslands and sparse woodlands, creates a unique and vibrant natural landscape that stretches for thousands of square miles. The Serengeti forest provides a stable habitat for many non-migratory species, such as giraffes and African elephants. In particular, the rich vegetation here, including acacia trees and dense shrubs, serves as a crucial food source, supporting the food chain for both herbivores and powerful predators. With average rainfall ranging from 30 to 40 inches per year, mostly between November and May, the Serengeti forest provides essential resources for the region's plant and animal life. The rainy season brings lush green grasslands and thick bushes, providing food for herbivores like giraffes and water buffalo. However, climate change is altering rainfall patterns, leading to prolonged droughts and erratic rainfall, forcing these animals to travel farther in search of water and food, increasing competition. This challenge becomes even more apparent during the dry season, when resources become scarce. The herds of water buffalo must compete with one another for patches of green grass, while giraffes use their height to forage for food in the tree canopies. With rising daytime temperatures, conserving energy has become harder than ever. Changes in the rainfall cycle not only affect the Serengeti forest, but also extend to the Mara, forcing herbivores to adapt to an increasingly harsh and unstable environment. The Serengeti forest, with its rugged and untamed beauty, is where African elephants stand tall as symbols of strength and adaptability. Standing 10 to 13 feet tall and weighing up to 13,000 pounds, African elephants are not just gentle giants. They also play a crucial role in maintaining the balance of the ecosystem. Over 5 million years of evolution have left a unique mark on their bodies, with large ears like fans that help dissipate heat under the harsh Serengeti sun. Living in a harsh tropical environment, African elephants move in small herds, crossing the Serengeti forest in search of water and food. During the dry season, they search for rivers like the Grumeti or dig temporary water holes, not only for themselves, but also for other species that depend on this vital resource. The vegetation in the Serengeti forest, including iconic trees like acacias and kora trees, provides essential nutrients for the elephants. An elephant consumes an average of about 300 pounds of food each day, sustaining its massive body while also creating space for other animals to graze. Each step they take creates trails through the forest, encouraging the growth of low-lying plants and providing shelter for many smaller species. However, climate change is presenting new challenges. Prolonged droughts and irregular rainfall force elephants to travel further, increasing competition within the food chain. Despite these challenges, the presence of African elephants remains crucial, as they play an essential role in maintaining the nutritional cycle. Elephant dung not only acts as a natural fertilizer to promote plant growth, but also ensures that the Serengeti forest continues to thrive. The Mara and Serengeti regions remain thriving wild kingdoms, where dense grasslands and trees like acacias and kora create a lush paradise. African buffalo, with their muscular bodies and helmet-like curved horns, stand firm in the wilderness, ready to face predators like lions. These powerful horns not only symbolize the strength of the buffalo, but also serve as weapons to help them survive in fierce battles for survival. In each herd, the strongest individuals lead, forming a living fortress that predators find difficult to penetrate. As the sun rises high, African buffalo seek shade under large trees to escape the intense heat. When in need of food, they move in large groups to the vast grasslands, not only maintaining their diet, but also managing the surrounding vegetation. With the ability to consume up to 35 pounds of grass each day, the buffalo play a vital role in regulating the plant growth in the Serengeti forest. They graze on grass and shrubs, clearing space for smaller plant species and encouraging biodiversity. Their movements create trails and open areas where smaller species can take shelter, contributing to the structural integrity of the Serengeti ecosystem. African buffalo are not only caretakers of the grasslands, but also provide essential nourishment in the food chain. While adult buffalo are rarely threatened due to their size and strength, young calves are often targeted by hyenas and lions. As the dry season approaches and water sources begin to dwindle, migrating herds head toward the remaining water holes in the Serengeti forest. Small rivers and swamp areas become not only a lifeline, but also dramatic stages where predators lie in wait. This is the time when hunts take place, with skilled hunters hiding in the grass, patiently waiting for the perfect moment. The parched ground and the heavy breathing of the creatures heighten the suspense in the quiet moments before the storm. The swamp areas become battlegrounds where every creature not only fights for survival, but also to maintain the fragile balance of the Serengeti. Predators, in addition to their strength, must rely on endurance and adaptability to overcome the endless challenges of nature. Amid the wild backdrop of the Serengeti forest, the spotted hyena emerges as a master in the battle for survival, leaving its mark on the rhythm of this ecosystem. With over 22 million years of evolution, the spotted hyena stands as a testament to resilience and adaptability. They have survived through geological eras with their powerful jaws, group coordination, and flexible hunting strategies. During the dry season, when the land cracks and rivers dry up, antelopes and zebras gather around waterholes, creating a rare feast for the predators. Each step of the spotted hyena reflects the certainty of the pack. They live in large groups of up to 80 members, led by females. This social structure not only maintains order, but also forms a strong community that defends against lurking dangers. In hunts, spotted hyenas use group tactics to apply pressure, especially at night when darkness becomes an ally in their relentless pursuits. With a maximum speed of up to 35 miles per hour, they are formidable predators in this fight for survival. Spotted hyenas are tireless hunters, always ready to cover long distances to seize every opportunity. With a bite force of up to 1 to 100 pounds per square inch, spotted hyenas are not only skilled hunters, but also expert scavengers, often taking prey from lions and other predators. Each meal not only helps them survive, but also contributes to maintaining the balance of the Serengeti, where every action of the spotted hyena reflects the wild harmony and fierce determination of nature. The Serengeti is home to around 3,000 lions, one of the highest lion densities in the world. The Serengeti forest, with its open grasslands and sparse woodlands, is a predator's paradise for East African lions, known as the king of all predators. Over 2 million years of evolution, East African lions have developed the optimal physique to survive and hunt across vast grasslands, interspersed with low clusters of trees. Adult lions are powerful hunters, with males weighing up to 500 pounds and measuring 8 to 10 feet in length, while females are lighter, ranging from 260 to 400 pounds. The thick mane of the male acts like armor in battles, symbolizing strength and attracting attention in the harsh environment. Each day, lions consume between 10 and 15 pounds of meat. Instead of long chases, they prefer ambush tactics, relying on sophisticated hunting strategies. The Serengeti forest, with its scattered trees and expansive grasslands, provides the ideal environment for them to lie in wait for prey. With short, explosive bursts of speed reaching up to 50 miles per hour, lion prides can quickly close the gap on large prey, like gazelles and zebras, using their superior muscle power and sharp teeth to subdue their quarry. However, challenges are always present. Lions face fierce competition from spotted hyenas, who also hunt in packs, and aren't afraid to steal a meal from any rival. This competition is part of the food chain, helping to maintain balance in the vast ecosystem. Currently, East African lions are classified as vulnerable by the IUCN due to human encroachment and increased conflicts. Their decline threatens the entire Serengeti ecosystem, as they are not only top predators but also ecological symbols, embodying the relentless life cycle and the enduring vitality of the natural world here. The Serengeti forest stretches endlessly, where cheetahs race across the grasslands like a flash of bright lightning before vanishing in an instant. The vast landscape with tall grasses and scattered shrubs becomes the perfect stage for cheetahs to showcase their incredible speed. 3 million years of evolution have shaped their sleek bodies, optimized for agility rather than strength. Every movement of the cheetah is a masterpiece of grace and precision. The life of a cheetah differs from other predators. They don't roar like lions, nor do they live in large prides. Instead, male cheetahs often form small coalitions to defend their territory, while females raise their cubs alone, teaching them the essential hunting skills until they are ready to fend for themselves. When the soft sounds of birdsong or calls echo across the grasslands, it is a subtle connection that transcends the powerful roars of lions, creating a magical pause in the wild landscape. As the sun rises high, the cheetah begins to take advantage of its stealth, quietly approaching its prey through the tall grass. In the blink of an eye, it bursts into a powerful run, reaching speeds of up to 60 miles per hour in just 3 seconds. Each stride is like a drumbeat, with the heart and muscles working at full capacity, propelling it forward with extraordinary force. The cheetah can reach a maximum speed of 70 miles per hour, but it can only maintain that pace for about 300 to 500 yards before it must slow down. Its long tail acts like a rudder, allowing for swift direction changes to chase prey with perfect accuracy. Hunting is a race against time. The cheetah lacks the endurance to pursue for long. Sometimes, if unsuccessful, the cheetah must pause, abandoning the hunt to recover and avoid exhaustion under the harsh sun of the Serengeti. In Londo, at an elevation of about 5,000 feet, the grasslands stretch out with a semi-arid climate, with temperatures ranging from 50 degrees Fahrenheit at night to 85 degrees Fahrenheit during the day. Located between Serengeti National Park and the Noro Conservation Area, Londo unfolds like an endless scenic landscape. These arid yet vibrant lands are supported by resilient grasses like Thymanda triandra and Setaria, which help stabilize the soil and prevent erosion. For antelopes, zebras, and Thomson's gazelles, Londo is a crucial stop on their arduous migration journey. The small streams winding through the grasslands are especially valuable during the dry season, when water sources in the Serengeti become scarce. Here, animal herds gather to replenish their strength for the journey ahead. Londo is not only a buffer zone for life, but also a hub for natural balance, where wildlife and livestock coexist, sharing the vast grasslands. The Londo grasslands, with their open spaces and few obstacles, provide an ideal environment for Thomson's gazelle, a small yet agile species of gazelle native to the Serengeti. Here, herds of gazelles, ranging from dozens to hundreds of individuals, migrate annually alongside zebras and wildebeests. This journey not only takes them to fresh grasslands, but also helps them escape the predation pressures from their previous territory. Thomson's gazelles stand at a modest height of 22 to 26 inches at the shoulder and weigh between 26 and 40 pounds. recognized by their light brown fur with a distinctive black stripe running along each side. Their large eyes not only help them observe their surroundings, but also enhance their ability to spot predators. With long ears and heightened alertness, Thomson's gazelles are always ready to detect any threats. Living in herds provides a strategic advantage, allowing individuals to quickly alert one another, forming a natural defense line across the vast grasslands. The Londo grasslands serve as an open stage, where short grasses and low shrubs cover most of the landscape, allowing gazelles to easily spot and evade predators like leopards and hyenas. Their diet is simple yet effective, primarily consisting of short grasses and some shrubs, helping them maintain health in this arid and water-scarce environment. During the dry season, the Londo grasslands are also an ecological paradise for Grant's gazelle. With a height of 30 to 36 inches at the shoulder and weighing between 100 and 165 pounds, they stand out with their light brown fur, white belly, and a black stripe running down their back. Their flexible bodies and strong legs allow Grant's gazelles to adapt to the challenges of this place, where water is scarce and the grass is sparse. Living in small groups or complex social structures, this species finds greater safety and higher survival rates through cooperation. Grant's gazelles can reach speeds of up to 50 miles per hour, allowing them to escape from dangerous predators like lions and leopards. The long, curved horns of Grant's gazelles, particularly in males, are a distinctive feature. During the breeding season, mature males demonstrate their strength to protect their territory and attract females. Although the Londo grasslands can be harsh, they also provide an opportunity for Grant's gazelles to hone their speed and quick direction changes to evade threats. With a flexible digestive system, they can easily switch between grazing on grass and shrubs when food becomes scarce, a survival strategy that contributes to the ecological balance of the area. As the herds migrate to the grasslands, promising lush pastures, the relentless race begins. The grasslands seem to grow increasingly barren, with expanding livestock farming reducing the availability of natural prey. During the dry season, every drop of water and every patch of grass becomes precious, forcing predators to face intense pressure, with no choice but to fiercely compete for each meal in the vast yet harsh Londo land, where life and death intertwine with every step taken by the great predators. In these semi-arid grasslands, East African lions have perfectly adapted to the harsh environment, not only in their hunting methods, but also in their physical traits. The lions in Londo have evolved with thinner coats and lighter colors, helping them release heat effectively under the blazing desert sun. This adaptation reduces their need for water, a precious resource in this vast land where prey is scarce. East African lions are forced to expand their territories, moving constantly in search of food, with each pride covering a larger area than those in wetter regions, continually hunting their primary prey, including drought-resistant species like Grant's gazelles and other antelope. Their hunting behavior has significantly shifted to nighttime, when darkness becomes an ally in their pursuit. As temperatures cool, the conditions become ideal for the lion's large hunts. The lionesses lead the pride in complex strategies to surround their prey. During the peak hours of the day, when lions seek shade, they use ambush tactics to approach their targets stealthily, using the wind to mask their scent, creating a deadly surprise for unsuspecting creatures. In the harsh dry season, when water sources become scarce, the lions of Londo can survive by extracting water from the body fluids of their prey, allowing them to endure without having to travel far in search of water. This adaptation provides a survival advantage, maintaining their status as top predators even in the harshest conditions of the Londo grasslands. In the semi-arid grasslands of Londo, spotted hyenas are considered the warriors of the night. Darkness is their ally, allowing them to hunt in cooler conditions, conserving water and energy in the scorching daytime heat. Their cunning and endurance peak when hyena packs can travel over 6 miles each night in search of food. Not only predators, spotted hyenas also serve as nature's cleanup crew, capable of consuming nearly all of the carcass, from tough bones to soft tissue, acting as natural recyclers for the ecosystem. When food becomes scarce, hyenas form strong packs, sometimes competing with lions, their direct rivals. Their coordination and teamwork help control food sources, especially when water becomes scarce. When hunting Thompson's gazelles or zebras, spotted hyenas maintain an impressive hunting pace, sustaining their endurance until the prey is exhausted. In these hunts, they easily change direction and coordinate fluidly, turning each chase into a tense and dramatic display of survival instincts. On the vast Londo grasslands, where the landscape stretches endlessly, like a painting of endless grass and low hills, the Maasai community lives harmoniously. The livestock, sheep and goats, appear as small dots on the countryside canvas, wandering in search of each precious patch of green grass. However, this land also bears the pressure of a growing population. The increase in population has made grazing a difficult challenge, and the once abundant green pastures quickly become scarce under hundreds of footsteps. Yet, the traditional wisdom of the Maasai remains clear, guiding them to move their livestock seasonally, allowing the pastures time to recover. With patience in their eyes, they wait for the new grass to return after grazing. To maintain balance, ecotourism has emerged as a new livelihood, respecting tradition while nurturing the land under the relentless sun. The scavenger birds soar through the sky, acting as nature's cleanup crew, with sharp eyes scanning for signs of life's end. They help clear the Londo landscape of carcasses, reducing the risk of disease outbreaks. In recent years, however, the challenges have increased. Each carcass has become essential for their survival in this arid environment. In the vast sky over the Londo grasslands, small eagles glide, casting shadows over the sun-drenched grass below. With their small brown feathers, eagles blend perfectly into the semi-arid landscape, creating a camouflage that allows these predators to hide among the dry bushes and silver grass. Their thick plumage protects them from the scorching heat of the day and the cold of the night, optimizing their survival in a world where only the strong endure. From hundreds of feet above, their sharp eyes sweep the ground, detecting even the slightest movements below. Every glance is a potential opportunity for attack. The eagle's power comes not only from its endurance, but also from its speed. In a swift dive, it plunges like an arrow, targeting small prey like mice or young antelopes with pinpoint accuracy. Its sharp talons and strong hooked beak help it quickly dispatch its prey. Londo is a challenging land, especially in the dry season when water and food become scarce. The eagle's resilience shines as it maintains a diverse diet, from mice and small birds to carcasses left by other predators, fulfilling its essential role in the ecosystem as a cleanup expert, preventing disease and maintaining balance. Under the blazing sun, the white-headed vulture soars, its sharp eyes scanning for dead prey. As a natural scavenger, it is often the first to arrive at the feast, diving down to consume the remaining soft flesh before larger scavengers appear. The white-headed vulture's excellent vision is not limited to close distances. It can fly up to 6 miles in a day, searching for food with its keen eyes and powerful wings, gliding over the Londo grasslands. Meanwhile, the ripple vulture, also known as the griffin vulture, soars high above like a silent guardian of the tranquil land. In the thin air at great heights, this vulture breathes effortlessly thanks to its unique lung structure, allowing it to have the endurance to observe the land below. With a record flight altitude of up to 37,000 feet, it is the highest flying bird in the world. The ripple vulture lives in groups, gathering around carcasses and rarely hunting alone. This social behavior aids in food finding and enhances their survival in the food-scarce area. Cooperation and strength during feeding help them maximize scarce resources. However, the challenges they face are not only from nature. The ripple vulture is currently listed as a vulnerable species by the International Union for Conservation of Nature, IUCN. Threats such as illegal hunting and habitat loss have pushed this vulture species to the brink of extinction. Conservation efforts, including population monitoring and restrictions on harmful chemicals, aim to protect safe havens for this valuable scavenger species. The The massive granite rocks rise silently from the Serengeti ecosystem, like resilient oases in a vast ocean of grasslands. These ancient rock formations were shaped millions of years ago, bearing the marks of time, with heights ranging from a few feet to several hundred feet. These rocks provide ideal shelter for animals seeking refuge from the intense sun and predators. Surrounded by low grass, the rocks help manage the flow of rainwater, preserving the precious moisture for the surrounding vegetation, especially during the harsh, dry season. These rocky islands are not just shelters, but rare green lifelines in the arid land, supporting the survival of the Serengeti ecosystem. The rocks in the Serengeti ecosystem are home to resilient species, playing a vital role in maintaining biodiversity across the vast grasslands. These rocks act like isolated fortresses, where rock gazelles have established safe lives on high outcrops and in narrow crevices. These creatures escape the sight of fearsome predators like leopards and eagles, thanks to specialized feet and sweat glands that help them cling to slippery surfaces. Although small and seemingly unremarkable, the rock gazelles have strong incisors resembling tusks, a reminder of their distant relatives, the elephants. These teeth help them chew through tough leaves and tree bark under the blazing sun of the Serengeti. They only grow between 12 to 20 inches long and weigh up to 12 pounds, with their gray-brown fur blending perfectly with the rocks, making them appear as if they are part of these timeless stones. Rock gazelles live in herds of up to 8 individuals, with strong social bonds that enable them to survive through cooperation, always alert to any movement or sound that could signal danger. Every member of the herd keeps a close watch, for even the shadow of an eagle soaring overhead can pose a threat. Amid the majestic rocks of the Serengeti, leopards have become masters of stealth. They take advantage of natural crevices and caves to shield themselves from the scorching daytime heat, hunting quietly in the darkness of night. The rocks not only provide shelter, but also serve as an ideal vantage point, allowing the leopard to observe prey from afar and avoid threats. This hunting ability has been honed over millions of years of evolution, making the leopard one of the most skilled predators among the big cats. The leopard's powerful body structure is a marvel of adaptation, ranging from 5 to 7 feet in length and weighing between 100 to 200 pounds. Its light golden coat with black spots provides perfect camouflage in the rocky terrain and shrubbery of the rocks. As a solitary predator, the leopard employs a stealthy approach, silently tracking its prey before launching a surprise attack when the target is least aware. Each leap from above is a powerful strike, capable of taking down anything from small antelopes to large birds. The leopard's climbing ability is exceptional, thanks to its strong muscles and sharp claws, allowing it to easily haul prey up trees or into deep rock crevices. This strategy helps protect its meal from competitors like hyenas and lions. Among the majestic rocks of the Serengeti, small lion prides, usually consisting of 5 to 10 members, live and thrive in the harsh limitations of this environment. Unlike the vast grasslands, this rocky terrain provides limited space and scarce food sources. However, these challenges have shaped a unique survival strategy for the lions here. They use the rocky terrain to hide and ambush prey from high vantage points. They observe and wait for migrating herds of antelope or other prey to approach. Instead of charging through open grasslands, they move stealthily between the rocks, ready to pounce unexpectedly to increase their chances of a successful hunt. The rocks not only provide ambush points, but also serve as safe places to raise their young. The lionesses choose secluded rock crevices to hide their cubs, protecting them from predators. Under the harsh midday sun, this unique rocky environment supports the lion's adaptation, helping them sustain and protect their pride, even in the challenging terrain of the rocks. The wetlands of the Serengeti, centered around major rivers like the Grumeti and Mara, serve as natural reservoirs amidst the arid landscape. These wetlands retain moisture and water even when the surrounding grasslands and forests wither during the dry season. They play a crucial role in attracting both migratory and resident animals, providing a stable water source. The Serengeti wetlands are not merely wet areas, they are biodiversity hubs. Tall shrubs and dense grasses offer shelter for large animals, protecting them from predators. This lush environment creates a vibrant ecological picture of a thriving Serengeti, helping maintain natural balance during the harsh, dry season. The Serengeti wetlands also serve as an ideal refuge for Maasai giraffes. The abundant water here helps them maintain moisture without needing to travel far, unlike in drier areas. With a plentiful food source and constant water, Maasai giraffes focus on foraging acacia leaves and tall shrubs, essential nutrition for their large bodies. Standing at heights of 15 to 18 feet, they have a significant advantage in observing their surroundings to spot predators from afar, enhancing their chances of survival. The long, strong legs of the giraffe allow it to easily move through soft, flooded terrain and also serve as a powerful means of defense. The rear legs of the Maasai giraffe are strong enough to deliver a kick that can seriously injure a predator, providing effective self-defense when threatened. During the rainy season, when the wetlands are at their most fertile, Maasai giraffes often focus on reproduction. The dense wetland areas provide an ideal environment for giving birth, ensuring safety and protection for the calves from potential threats. Shortly after birth, the calves can stand and follow their mothers, increasing their chances of survival in the challenging wetland environment. Stretching across the Serengeti wetlands, the sacred crane is found like a promised land in the shallow waters and lush vegetation. This environment is ideal for exploiting a diverse range of food sources, from fish and insects to various types of invertebrates. The sacred crane's flexible survival skills allow it to adapt when food becomes scarce, especially during the dry season, forcing them to seek new water sources. Crane flocks play an important role in maintaining the safety of bird species in the wetlands. During the breeding season, they gather in large groups, building nests from twigs and grass in dense bushes or low trees to protect their eggs from predators. Their social behavior helps them detect threats quickly, increasing protection for the young. The Serengeti wetlands provide an ideal environment for crane species with clean water and a rich ecosystem. With graceful steps on their long legs, gray cranes, black-headed cranes, and large cranes silently hunt with their sharp beaks. They search for prey beneath the clear waters, where fish, amphibians, and insects can become their meals with just one small misstep. Each species of crane has its unique hunting strategy. The white feathers of crane species blend perfectly with the shadows of trees and tall grasses, helping them remain undetected by prey as well as predators. The wet and uneven terrain of the wetlands allows cranes to take advantage of food sources without causing disruption. Their long legs and strong talons act like anchors, keeping their bodies stable in the muddy ground. They stand still, patiently waiting, their eyes focused on the water's surface. Suddenly, with a swift strike, their beaks pierce the water like lightning, creating a small splash. This attack technique is energy efficient and perfectly suited to the wetland environment, where food sources concentrate around flooded areas. Perhaps the true silent kings of the Serengeti wetlands are the hippos. In the wetland areas, large groups of hippos are often seen sunbathing in the calm waters, where nature provides them with an endless source of life. With massive bodies ranging from 10 to 16 feet long and weighing up to 4,500 pounds, hippos are among the most powerful creatures here. They spend most of the daylight hours submerged in the cool water, leaving only their eyes and ears exposed as they watch their surroundings. The submerged water not only provides coolness, but also protects the hippos from the harsh sun, causing their thick skin to secrete a reddish fluid, like blood, that defends against bacteria and UV rays. As night falls, hippos leave their familiar waters and move onto land to forage for nutritious food, mainly young grass and shrubs, which help them maintain health in this harsh environment. On average, they consume up to 80 pounds of grass each night, but only during the late hours when other animals have found shelter. This timing helps hippos minimize competition for food and conserve energy in the harsh daytime heat. In this world, the strength of the hippos is truly astonishing, with a bite force of up to 1,800 pounds per square inch, capable of making any intruder cower in fear. Their tusks, reaching up to 16 inches, are powerful weapons, ready to defend their watery territory. Hippo herds of 10 to 30 members form a tight social structure, with dominant males controlling access to water and protecting females from potential threats. However, hippos are not just gigantic creatures in the ecosystem. They also create pathways through small streams, allowing smaller species to thrive and maintaining life throughout the entire wetland ecosystem. Stretching along the Grumeti River, the western corridor of the Serengeti is a lifeline where vast grasslands and sparse woodlands blend with the wetlands along the river. Here, the flowing river and rich vegetation make this land irresistible to wildlife seeking survival during the dry season. Annually, this area receives 20 to 30 inches of rainfall, primarily during the short rainy season in November and the long rainy season from March to May. These rains rejuvenate the land, keeping the grasses and vegetation around the Grumeti River lush, providing a vital water source for herds of antelope on their migration journey. The landscape here becomes a vibrant natural painting with layers of intertwined vegetation, providing ideal shelter for both herbivores and predators like lions and Nile crocodiles. Under the brilliant golden sunlight, this area resembles a wild stage where survival battles unfold continuously. As other rivers gradually dry up during the dry season, the Grumeti River becomes a magnet for migrating wildlife, with large herds of antelope and zebras gathering here. These antelope and zebra species gather by the cool waters in search of moisture and food, helping the river maintain its humidity and supporting the lush vegetation along the riverbanks year-round. This creates a fertile environment for species that rely on the abundant resources found here. Hidden within the river are silent and formidable predators. The Nile crocodile, reaching lengths of up to 18 feet and weighing as much as 1,500 pounds, is one of the largest species on the planet. They are notorious for their deadly ambush hunting style. During migration, when millions of antelope and zebras cross the river, Nile crocodiles lie in wait, seizing the opportunity to strike quickly and store energy for the tough months ahead. When an antelope or zebra makes a misstep, the Nile crocodile rushes in with sharp teeth and a bite force of up to 5,000 psi, many times stronger than that of a tiger. Smaller prey can be taken down with a single snap, while for larger prey, the crocodile employs the death roll technique, gripping the prey tightly and spinning it underwater to tear it apart, often sharing the remains with other crocodiles nearby. But the Great Migration is not just a journey full of danger. The spectacular sight of this mass movement unfolds as large herds of migrating animals make their way to the promised land of fresh grass and rain. The Western Corridor, where the confluence of rivers, riverine forests, and vast flooded grasslands provide an ideal nutritional source with fresh vegetation for thousands of antelope, zebras, and other large animals. As the migration season begins, the end of the rainy season in May signals the journey toward the Grumeti River. Here, as the herds arrive, the flow of the river maintains humidity, nourishing fresh grass and shrubs, creating a rich feast. In June, the large herds stop at the riverbank, seeking temporary shelter as the Grumeti River teems with lurking Nile crocodiles. Crossing this river becomes a harsh survival test. Weak or unlucky individuals may become prey to the predators lurking beneath the water. Moreover, the depletion of water during the dry season causes exhaustion for many individuals, adding to the severity of the journey. The migration of the antelope is not only a survival instinct, but also a synchronization with the ecosystem. Moving in large herds, they form a natural shield against dangerous predators like lions, leopards, and hyenas. This unity not only provides protection, but also enhances the ability to locate and share the abundant resources of the Western Corridor. The departure of some individuals in the migration becomes life for others. The carcasses of antelope floating in the river become feasts for crocodiles and additional food for scavenger birds, creating a sustainable nutritional cycle along the Grumeti River. This annual journey leaves a significant ecological impact. Thick layers of dung enrich the soil, encouraging the vigorous growth of grass, which in turn nourishes other herbivores. This ecological cycle sustains life and prevents land degradation, preserving the richness of the Serengeti grasslands and wetlands. The northern Serengeti and Mara, the final stretch of the Great Migration, extends into Kenya, forming a mosaic of vast grasslands and sparse woodlands. The powerful flow of the Mara River creates a dynamic landscape, both rich and harsh. With average rainfall ranging from 35 to 40 inches from November to May, this region maintains stable moisture, ensuring a year-round food source for migrating herds of antelope and zebras as they complete the final leg of their journey. As the zebra herds reach the northern Serengeti and Mara, they benefit from the lush grasslands nourished by short rains from November to December. This journey requires excellent navigational skills and memory to locate water and food sources. The zebras follow traditional migration paths passed down through generations, demonstrating strong instincts and the ability to exploit the best grazing areas, avoiding barren regions that could lead to exhaustion. In the northern Serengeti and Mara, zebras find temporary shelter in sparse acacia forests. These areas with dense vegetation obscure the view of predators, allowing the zebra herds to move more safely through open areas. The combination of woodlands and fresh grasslands creates ideal conditions for zebras to recover, making it an opportune time for reproduction. The young quickly adapt to the nomadic lifestyle. Within hours of birth, they can stand and follow their mothers, an essential survival skill in this dangerous environment. The migration also drives the antelope to move north, forcing them to cross the treacherous Mara River to reach the lush grasslands of Mara and northern Serengeti. When the rainy season ends in May, the dry grasslands of southern Serengeti prompt the antelope to move north in search of fresh grass. Each individual in the herd faces dangers during the nearly 500-mile journey. From July to October, hundreds of thousands of antelope and zebras gather along the Mara River. Here, Nile crocodiles wait, hiding beneath the swift-flowing waters, facing their greatest challenge. The adult antelopes lead the way into the river, providing an opportunity for the weaker and younger members to cross more safely. The river crossing is usually timed for when the water levels are at their lowest, minimizing the risk of drowning and minimizing exposure to crocodiles. The migration of antelope and zebras into northern Serengeti and Mara presents an unmissable opportunity for lions, the top predators in the food chain. In this vast landscape with few places to hide, lionesses often form hunting groups, increasing their success rate to 40% through coordinated attacks. Each hunt is a synchronized performance, as they quietly lead the prey into disadvantageous positions before launching the final strike. Lions take advantage of the rugged terrain and cooler times of the day, such as early mornings or late afternoons, when prey is less vigilant. In areas with sparse vegetation, their coats blend with the tall grass, minimizing the chance of detection. This is when lions achieve optimal hunting performance, conserving energy while ensuring access to essential nutrition. Male lions play a protective role, guarding the territory from other predators like leopards and spotted hyenas, formidable competitors. Encounters with spotted hyenas occur frequently due to shared territory and food sources. Thanks to their superior strength and size, lions can push back these rivals, asserting their dominance in the food chain and preserving resources within their territory. In this fiercely competitive environment, leopards avoid establishing fixed territories and instead adapt by moving away from areas with high densities of lions and spotted hyenas. This helps minimize unnecessary confrontations and increases the chances of successful hunts, especially in the early weeks of the cubs' lives. Mother leopards continuously change their hiding spots, often concealing their cubs to protect them from threats. When the cubs reach 5 to 6 months of age, they are introduced to hunting skills through practice, chasing smaller prey, preparing them for an independent life. Leopards are keenly aware that their speed is both an advantage and a limitation. Therefore, they often bypass more difficult prey like adult antelope or zebras, instead using their superior speed to hunt smaller animals like Thompson's gazelles and impalas, which they can easily overpower and catch. The scorching heat of the northern Serengeti and Mara shapes the leopard's hunting schedule. They primarily hunt in the early morning and late afternoon to avoid dehydration and to stay clear of other predators who often hunt at night or during twilight. In this survival game, leopards often target weak, young, or solitary prey to minimize the risk of injury and conserve energy, maintaining their position in the ecosystem. The battle for survival in the wild is always intense, with the line between life and death as thin as a thread. But that's not the whole story. Whether predator or prey, wildlife not only has to fight among themselves, but also face challenges posed by human activity. Serengeti, a vast and majestic wilderness, severe challenges from climate change and human pressure. Over the past 3 decades, the average temperature in Serengeti has increased by 1.8 to 2.5 degrees Fahrenheit, causing unpredictable changes between the rainy and dry seasons. Furthermore, grasslands are disappearing as erosion and desertification increase. A 2024 report indicates that 15% of Serengeti's grasslands and wetlands have severely degraded, threatening species like giraffes and Thompson's gazelles. If this trend continues, Serengeti's grasslands could lose more than 20% of their area in the next 2 decades. Human-wildlife conflict is also on the rise. Population growth in Tanzania and Kenya has increased demand for agricultural land around Serengeti, turning grasslands into farmland and blocking important migration routes for many species. Local communities frequently face confrontations with wandering elephants and water buffalo that venture into agricultural land in search of food and water during the dry season. The Serengeti ecosystem, one of the world's natural heritage sites, is facing tremendous challenges. This is not just Africa's land, but a global heritage, a precious part of nature that we all have a responsibility to protect. Times are changing too rapidly, and negative impacts are increasingly rising. Nature is calling for help. The Serengeti ecosystem is currently witnessing strong conservation efforts to protect wildlife migration and natural habitats. Governments and organizations like WWF have established migration corridors and buffer zones around Serengeti, allowing species like antelope and zebras to move freely without being blocked by farms or in conflict with humans. By 2023, the area of protected corridors increased by 15%, facilitating easier migration routes for these herds within Serengeti. In Serengeti and Mara, projects to restore native vegetation are underway to regenerate degraded grasslands. About 10,000 acres of land have been restored, providing a rich habitat for giraffes and Thomson's gazelles. More importantly, cooperation with local communities is a key component of these efforts. According to WWF, more than 5,000 local residents have participated in awareness workshops on conservation, helping them better understand their role in maintaining this precious ecosystem. Among the ongoing efforts, the recovery of African elephants in Serengeti is a truly inspiring conservation story. After decades of struggling with poaching and habitat loss, the African elephant population had drastically declined. However, since 2023, strict legal measures implemented by the governments of Tanzania and Kenya have significantly reduced poaching, with heavier penalties for illegal ivory trade. Local communities have also actively participated in this conservation effort. Organizations like WWF and the African Wildlife Foundation have launched educational programs, helping people understand the ecological and tourism value of elephants. Since 2020, Serengeti has used drones and surveillance cameras, cutting poaching by 70%. By 2023, the elephant population had grown by 15%, reaching about 6,000 individuals. This success not only protects wildlife, but also boosts ecotourism, providing additional income for local communities. The recovery of the African elephant population in Serengeti is not only a success in conservation, but also a testament to the power of unity and perseverance between humans and nature. Conserving the Serengeti ecosystem is a global responsibility, requiring participation from everyone. Raise awareness, refuse wildlife products, engage in ecotourism, and support conservation organizations. Every small action contributes to protecting this precious natural heritage for future generations. If you have ever had the chance to witness the inspiring migration and dramatic hunts in Serengeti, share your experience in the comments below. Sharing the story of Africa's great natural wonder will inspire and drive continuous conservation efforts, ensuring the ecosystem remains vibrant for future generations. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to join us in exploring more wonderful adventures. Red sands stretch beneath our feet, where the desert leopards, with their mystifying black coats, proudly display their strength. A pack of wild dogs surrounds its prey, leaving it no chance to escape. Scorching sands underfoot and the suffocating air of the survival struggle create a fierce scene in the Kalahari Desert. Day by day, the fight for survival is relentless. Kalahari, meaning the land without water in Swana, witnesses animals engaged in brutal battles for life. The gemsbok antelopes, with their sharp, pointed horns, are like resilient warriors crossing cracked plains, where patience and endurance become keys to survival. Meanwhile, the Kalahari lions, with an air of mystery in each step, watch silently. And then, in mere seconds, cheetahs burst forth with speed, showcasing their power in the ultimate chase. In this barren land, strategy is essential for survival. Both herbivores and predators must adapt to scarcity, constantly shifting tactics with the seasons. Only those who are patient and strong enough can survive. The Kalahari Desert is not merely sand and scorching sun. It spans over 360,000 square miles. And don't let the word desert fool you. This is a semi-desert where life tenaciously holds on. More than 500 species of plants, 120 species of mammals, 300 bird species, and thousands of insect varieties have adapted to this arid land. From November to April, water from the Okavango River flows from the Angolan highlands down to Botswana, creating floods that cover the region, transforming it into one of the largest and most vital inland swamps in the world. During the rainy season, the Okavango becomes a vibrant stage where water breathes life into Kalahari's arid landscape. This is the time when African forest elephants, the largest land animals, make a majestic appearance, moving into the flooded lands. The water from the Okavango River not only brings life, but also transforms the barren grasslands into a lush paradise, providing abundant food for the local wildlife. Let's explore more about the lives of these colossal elephants, creatures with enormous dietary needs, consuming about 660 pounds of food each day. To sustain their energy, they require a substantial amount of grass, leaves, and aquatic plants. Plants like papyrus and acacia thrive in the floodwaters, becoming essential lifelines for these giant animals. With their powerful trunks, elephants are not just eating tools, they are survival instruments as well. They use them to break off branches, clearing paths for smaller plants to grow. This seemingly destructive behavior plays a crucial role in maintaining the balance of the ecosystem. Although the rainy season brings abundant resources, elephants still have to travel long distances, sometimes up to 44 miles each day, in search of food and water. Their constant movement not only helps them survive, but also creates natural pathways, allowing them to access the most fertile flood areas. Even when floods make reaching waterholes difficult, elephants can dig deep into the ground to extract water from natural wells, sustaining life in an ever-changing world. The rainy season in the Okavango Delta transforms the Kalahari landscape into a vast network of flooded waterways. The high ground becomes temporary islands where predators and prey face new challenges. Cheetahs, with their incredible survival instincts, must adapt to the rising waters. Dense vegetation acts as a curtain, concealing the movements of predators in this damp forest. Unlike lions, cheetahs do not require large territories. They excel at utilizing thickets, riverbanks, and water's edges for cover. The appearance of herds of impala and reedbuck seeking higher ground to escape the floods presents a golden opportunity for the cheetah. With their sparkling green eyes, cheetahs patiently track their prey. Not only their patience, but also their climbing ability becomes a valuable survival strategy. High branches provide a safe place to pull prey out of the reach of scavengers like hyenas. Competition during the rainy season becomes fiercer than ever. Lions, hyenas, and many other species converge at Okavango, where the abundant water offers a feast for herbivores. However, for cheetahs, no meal comes easily. Despite their advantage in stealth and solitary hunting, cheetahs still face the risk of losing their prey. Hyenas can detect scents from afar, while lions can ambush at any moment. Cheetahs must be clever in selecting their hunting spots and quickly hoist their prey up into trees for safekeeping before scavengers arrive. Flooding also
of Freetown in Kafubulom Chiefdom in Sierra Leone, dated 13th August 2024. 4. Interconnection agreement between the Electricity Generation and Transmission Company and the Electricity Distribution and Supply Authority and Lunge Power Development relating to the 65 megawatt peak solar plant and battery storage solution and related infrastructure at Kafubulom Chiefdom in the Republic of Sierra Leone, dated 13th August 2024. And 5, the connection agreement by and between the Electricity Distribution and Supply Authority and Waterloo Innovent Solar Park Limited, relating to a 15 to 30 megawatt solar power grid connected project in Waterloo, Samueltown, in the western area of the Republic of Sierra Leone. Mr. Speaker, honorable members of Parliament, I rise to lay a significant and transformative energy project that will not only address the growing electricity demand in the Waterloo region, but also contribute to Sierra Leone's transition towards a sustainable energy. The Innovent SAS 15 to 30 megawatt solar power project in Samueltown, Waterloo, is poised to provide a reliable and affordable source of electricity, supporting both the industrial and residential sectors in that region. The strategic importance of the project, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, Waterloo and its surrounding areas are experiencing rapid industrialization, with both light and heavy industries establishing themselves in that area. This has led to a significant increase in demand for reliable and sustainable electricity. The Innovent Solar Power Project, with an initial capacity of 15 megawatts, will address this demand, and future grid evacuation studies will also allow to expand the plant's capacity to 30 megawatts as required by the growing energy needs of that region. This project is a crucial part of Sierra Leone's energy strategy, focusing on renewable energy to reduce our reliance on expensive fossil fuel and improve our energy security as a nation. It will bring clean, affordable energy to the people of Waterloo, which is essential for fueling economic growth and industrialization. Just to give an overview, Mr. Speaker, the Innovent 15 to 20 megawatt peak solar power project is a greenfield development that will involve the construction of solar panels, inverters, and charge controllers. Additionally, a 33/11 kV substation will be constructed to connect the USOP substation and or that of the Tumbu substation that is going to be financed by JICA to connect the plant to the national grid, Mr. Speaker. This solar plant will be developed on a build, own, operate, and transfer basis, and energy generated will be supplied to the Electricity Distribution and Supply Authority for distribution across the western area in particular. This project will initially generate 15 megawatts of electricity, with the potential to expand to 30 megawatts following further studies and demand assessment. The project is expected to come on stream in 12 months after the commencement of construction. What are the economic and social impacts, Mr. Speaker? Mr. Speaker, honorable members, the benefits of this project are far-reaching, but just to name a few. 1, reliable and affordable energy. This solar project will provide affordable and stable electricity, reducing reliance on expensive imported fuels and offering a much-needed solution to the power challenges faced by businesses and households in Waterloo and the surrounding areas. Secondly, Mr. Speaker, is job creation. The construction phase will create just over 100 local jobs with further employment opportunities in the operational phase. Additionally, there will be a transfer of skills empowering the local workforce and contributing to youth employment in the energy sector. Third, industrial growth. By providing reliable electricity, this project will facilitate the growth of local industries, increase productivity, and create an environment conducive to attracting new investment to that area. Fourth, environmental sustainability. The project will contribute to Sierra Leone's climate goals by reducing greenhouse gas emissions and reliance on fossil fuels, making a significant contribution to the government's effort to combat climate change. 5, Mr. Speaker, economic diversification. As the project increases the share of renewable energy in our energy mix, it will help stabilize our energy supply and contribute to the country's energy security. On the fiscal regime and fiscal consideration. The fiscal regime for this project has been structured to ensure that it is both financially viable and affordable for consumers. The key features of these fiscal regimes are as follows. All taxes will be paid by the project except for those incentives specifically provided for solar power projects and public-private partnerships as stipulated in Sierra Leone's energy policy and also the tax law. These incentives are designed to promote investment in renewable energy and include import duty exemptions for solar panels, which has also been graciously ratified in the 2025 Finance Bill. Second is power purchase agreement. The PPA outlines the pricing structure for the electricity generated by the solar plant, ensuring a competitive tariff that will be affordable for consumers whilst providing a reasonable return for the investor. The tariff is designed to decrease over time, ensuring lower costs for consumers as the project matures. Investment finance. Innovent as the project sponsor will finance the project entirely through its equity. This approach minimizes reliance on external debt and ensures that the project is funded sustainably. The initial 15 megawatts capacity is expected to cost approximately $17 million, with the potential to expand to 30 megawatts through additional investment after further grid studies. Fourth is revenue generation. The solar project will generate revenue through the sale of electricity with additional financial benefits arising from carbon credits that will be earned by reducing greenhouse gas emissions. These credits can be traded internationally, adding another revenue stream for the government of Sierra Leone. Implementation, risk and management. To ensure the project's successful execution, the following risk management measures will be in place, Mr. Speaker. 1. Regulatory approvals. The project will adhere to all necessary regulatory approvals, including those from the Electricity and Water Regulatory Commission. 2. Infrastructure development. The project is linked to the JICA-supported 33/11 kV power distribution project. And alternatively, Mr. Speaker, this same project also has a redundancy phase, which has the ability to also connect to the just completed use of 33/11 kV substation in Waterloo. The completion of this infrastructure is expected in 18 months, aligning with the construction timeline for solar plant. Scalability, Mr. Speaker. The project is designed to expand from 15 megawatts to 30 megawatts based on grid capacity and demand, ensuring that it remains adaptable to future energy needs in the region. Stakeholders engagement. Extensive consultations have been held with key government ministries, regulators, and local communities to ensure smooth project implementation and maximize the project's positive impact on the economy. And to conclude, Mr. Speaker, on the Innovent project, honorable members, the Innovent project is a critical initiative that will contribute to energy security, growth, and environmental sustainability in our country. By providing affordable and reliable electricity to Waterloo and its surrounding areas, the project will power industrialization and improve the quality of life for thousands of our people. I therefore kindly ask Mr. Speaker that this honorable House ratify the power purchase agreement and implementation agreement as well as connection agreement so that we can move forward with this transformative energy project, which is a clean, sustainable, that gives a bright future for Sierra Leone. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, I just want to conclude by looking at the second major agreement, which has to do with the 65 megawatt solar peak with battery back storage for the Lunge Power Development Project, which is here for your gracious consideration for ratification. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, I rise today to lay in this House this transformative and strategically important project for the energy sector, which is going to generate 65 megawatt peak with battery-backed solar photovoltaic plant to be developed in Lunge, which will be backed by a battery storage solution and submarine cable infrastructure that is going to traverse the Atlantic from Kafubulong to the Kintom 161 substation. This initiative to be implemented under a build, own, operate, and transfer arrangement, and will not only strengthen our energy capacity, but also play a critical role in achieving our sustainable energy targets and boosting economic growth across the country. The strategic importance of this project, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, this project is aligned with our government's overarching vision to expand renewable energy capacity and ensure stable and reliable power supply. The development of this solar PV plant is of utmost importance, especially given the pressing energy deficits that our nation faces, as well as the shift towards clean renewable energy. This project is a critical component of our strategy to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and meet our climate change commitments while also supporting economic growth. As Sierra Leone continues to grow, the demand for power will rise exponentially, and this project will ensure that we are ready to meet the demand in a sustainable and cost-effective way. Overview of the project, Mr. Speaker. The 65 megawatt solar PV plant will be equipped with battery storage system to ensure a steady and reliable energy supply even during non-sunny hours. This innovative energy solution will be paired with submarine cables to ensure that the energy generated is efficiently transported to the national grid, improving power distribution to the western area and Lunge in particular. The project will be implemented by Lunge Power Development Limited in collaboration with the Ministry of Energy and other key stakeholders under a 20-year BOT agreement. Upon completion of this period, the ownership of the plant will be transferred to the government, securing long-term sustainable energy for the people of Sierra Leone. The economic and social impact, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, the expected benefits from this project are numerous, but just to highlight a few of them. One, enhanced power supply reliability. This will also ensure that households and businesses, particularly in the western area and Lunge, fostering economic development and attracting foreign investment. On job creation, during both the construction and operational phases, directly benefiting thousands of Sierra Leoneans. On environmental sustainability, through the reduction of greenhouse gas emissions, contributing to the government's commitment to sustainable development and renewable energy goals. And fourthly, Mr. Speaker, is revenue generation through the sale of electricity, carbon credits, and other financial incentives associated with renewable energy initiatives. This solar project will be a catalyst for growth, ensuring that more households can access affordable electricity, which in turn will empower local businesses, boost productivity, and enhance the overall well-being of Sierra Leone. Financial considerations and tariff structure, Mr. Speaker. The financial framework for the development of this plant is structured to ensure cost effectiveness and sustainability. The power purchase agreement, PPA, sets the electricity tariff at 10 US cents per kilowatt hour for peak hours and 2 cents per kilowatt hour for off-peak, ensuring a competitive pricing structure for consumers. The government of Sierra Leone will facilitate timely payment to the developer based on electricity generated, ensuring that this project remains financially viable. Implementation and risk management, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, I would like to emphasize that while we are confident in the technical feasibility of this project, we are equally committed to ensuring its successful implementation. To that end, regular monitoring and evaluation mechanisms will be put in place, including 1, timely regulatory approvals from all concerned parties such as the EWRC, the EPA, the Ministry of Finance, law officers, the PPP units, etc. 2, technology performance monitoring, especially for the solar PV battery systems to mitigate risks associated with system failures. And 3, comprehensive stakeholder engagement to ensure that the project has the support and backing of the local communities and other partners. In conclusion, Mr. Speaker, honorable members, the development of the 65 megawatt peak battery-backed solar PV in Lungi, Kafubulong represent a monumental step forward for Sierra Leone's energy sector. It embodies our commitment to energy security and climate resilience and sustainable energy growth. This will not only transform our energy infrastructure, but also serve as a model for future renewable energy investment. I want to kindly ask Mr. Speaker and the honorable members that this House to fully support the ratification of the power. Power purchase agreement bound between the Ministry of Finance, the Ministry of Energy, the Electricity Distribution and Supply Authority, and Innovent SES Waterloo Solar Park Limited relating to 15 to 30 megawatt solar power grid connected project in Waterloo, Town in the western area of the Republic of Sierra Leone. 2. Implementation agreement bound between the Ministry of Finance, the Ministry of Energy, the Electricity Distribution and Supply Authority, and Innovent SES Waterloo Solar Park Limited relating to a 15 to 30 megawatt solar grid connected project in Waterloo, Town in the western area of the Republic of Sierra Leone. 3. Power purchase agreement bound between the Ministry of Finance, the Ministry of Energy, the Electricity Distribution and Supply Authority, and Lunge Power Development Limited relating to the 65 megawatt peak solar plant and battery storage solution and related infrastructure located north of Freetown in Kafubulong in Sierra Leone. 4. Interconnection agreement between the Electricity Generation and Transmission Company and the Electricity Distribution and Supply Authority and Lunge Power Development Limited relating to the 65 megawatt peak solar plant and battery storage solution and related infrastructure at Kafubulong in Sierra Leone. 5. Connection agreement by and between the Electricity Distribution and Supply Authority and Supply Authority and Innovent Waterloo Solar Park Limited relating to a 15 to 30 megawatt solar power grid connected project in Waterloo, Town in the western area of the Republic of Sierra Leone.
Honorable members, the question is that this Honorable House ratifies the following agreements which were laid on the table of the House on Friday, 22nd November 2024. 1. Power purchase agreement by and between the Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Energy, the Electricity Distribution and Supply Authority, and Innovent SES Waterloo Innovent Solar Park, WISP Limited, relating to the A15 to 30 megawatt solar power grid connected project in Waterloo, Town, and in the western area of the Republic of Sierra Leone, dated 26 August 2024. 2. Implementation agreement by and between the Ministry of Finance, the Ministry of Energy, the Electricity Distribution and Supply Authority, and Innovent SES Waterloo, Innovent Solar Park, WISP Limited, relating to the A15 to 30 megawatt solar power grid connected project in Waterloo, Town, in the western area of the Republic of Sierra Leone, dated 26 August 2024. 3. Power purchase agreement by and between the Ministry of Finance, the Ministry of Energy, the Electricity Distribution and Supply Authority, and Lunge Power Development Limited, relating to a 65 megawatt solar plant and battery storage solution and related infrastructure located north of Freetown in Kafubulong Chiefdom in Sierra Leone, dated 13 August 2024. 4. Interconnection agreement between the electricity generation and transmission company and the electricity distribution and supply authority and Lungi Power Development Limited relating to the which one? 4. Interconnection agreement. Are you paying attention? Yes. Between the electricity generation and transmission company and the electricity distribution and supply authority and Lungi Power Development Limited. Relating to the 65 megawatt solar plant and battery storage solution and related infrastructure at Kafubulo Chiefdom in Sierra Leone dated 13 August 2024. And 5. Connection agreement by and between the Electricity Distribution and Supply Authority and Waterloo Innovate Solar Park, WISP Limited, relating to the A15 to 30 megawatt solar power grid connected project in Waterloo, Samuel Town, in the western area of the Republic of Sierra Leone, dated 26 August 2024. Honorable members, I'm taking 2 from either side, 5 minutes. You know, we have the Minister of Finance here, and he has to go and raise funds for us. So we can't keep the Minister of Finance here for a long time. So 2 from either side of the aisle, 5 minutes each, and we round up. Yes, the chairman.
Thank you very much.
Chairman, strictly 5 minutes.
I will, Mr. Speaker. You know, I'm a law-abiding MP. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, honorable member, of course, this is very short. I just want to, you know, inform the House about a few good things about this project. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, as I speak to you, we have 16 power stations in Sierra Leone, energy power stations in Sierra Leone. Out of the 16 energy power stations, 10 are thermal plants, where we use diesel and HFO. It's not environmental friendly at all. So for the fact that we have 2 agreements before us here today that are speaking about renewable energy, solar to be specific, is a very good one for our energy mix in Sierra Leone. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, you know, I also am so pleased this afternoon because the opposition leader, since 5th Parliament, he used to bother me about electricity in Lungi. We have thermal plant there. He used to bother me on daily basis. He used to go and put pressure on the minister. Minister, what is happening about Lungi? Opposition leader, your problem is solved. Lungi power. Mr. Speaker, the other good things about this project again, it's led by a Sierra Leonean, by one of us. The 2 projects, Innovate and Lungi Power, they are led by Sierra Leoneans. That is why I want to crave your indulgence. Let us give them supporting hands. Let this project be a success. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, let me just talk about the tariff because you have given me 5 minutes. I don't want to breach that agreement. The year 1 to year 8, the tariff is going to be 12 cents kilowatt hour, including all other charges, 12 cents kilowatt hour. That is very fine. It's fine for us because if I tell you now, we are getting tariff on average at 18 cents kilowatt hour. So here we get it at 12 cents kilowatt hour. That will be very fine. And it will be reducing, degenerating. Year 9, it will be 11 cents kilowatt hour. Year 10, it will be 10.75 cents kilowatt hour. Year 11, it will be 10.50 cents kilowatt hour. Year 12 is 10.25. Year 13 is 10 cents kilowatt hour. Year 14, 9.75 cents kilowatt hour. Year 15, 9.50 cents kilowatt hour. And year 16, 9.25 cents kilowatt hour. That tells you it's going to be a single digit after some years. It's a single digit tariff. So this is a very good project. And the people from Kafubulo, there are other good news here. What the Lunge Power development is going to do for you. Don't worry. In fact, the football fans, the Lunge stadium you have is going to be upgraded by these people. So that is a very good news. But I see people from Lunge, you are not applauding. And construction of 2 bridges over the mangrove in Medina, that is also going to happen. You know, you have most of them. I don't want to waste too much time on that. That tells you, when you have responsible organizations, when you have responsible investors that want to invest in your country, these are some of the things you benefit from them. This corporate social responsibility, if they are ready to do it, the only thing we will have to follow. Because when you tell us that you are going to do that, at the end of the day, we will have to follow to make sure that those dreams are actualized. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, SO2, Waterloo. Wow, that is another problem again, Mr. Speaker. We have transmission and distribution problem in this country. Mr. Speaker, even if we have 1,000 megawatts now installed at Kintom, the eastern part of Freetown will not have uninterrupted power. They will definitely not have, because of the problem with transmission and distribution network.
Chairman, 1 more minute.
Okay, no problem, Mr. Okay, Mr. Speaker, honorable member, this also, the tariff is also friendly. It's a single digit. But the good thing again about these 2 projects, let me tell you, is they are affordable. The costs are affordable. Number 2, they are going to create job creation. Mr. Speaker, honorable member, environmental benefits is not environmental hazardous at all. It's environmental friendly. Then economic growth. It will help us with economic growth. We know the eastern part of Freetown is our industrial hub. This will also help to cushion our problems. Then energy diversification. So we are now going to renewable energy. We are getting from the Stone Age period use of energy to renewable energy. So we're having 18 stations. Out of the 18 stations, we have in our 3 solar mini grids locations, solar locations. One at Newton, the other one Waterloo, and the other one at Lumbi. So that's how we are going to increase on our renewable energy access. On that note, Mr. Speaker, you know you are my mentor. When you give me instructions, I want to abide by it. I want to thank you. I want to pray the indulgence of this honorable house. Let us speedily ratify these 2 agreements. They are very friendly. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Chairman. Yes, Honorable AKK. After Honorable AKK, the lady, and Honorable Okeero. And we are done. 5 minutes.
Mr. Speaker, we will not take more time on this. And this is one of the models some of us have advocated for. We cannot address the issue of energy in Sierra Leone if we depend on government institutions only. We need a robust private sector involvement. I find it difficult the other day when we were talking about distribution. We also were thinking about how do we generate the much needed power. But with this model, Mr. Speaker, if we replicate this model to other areas, and if the private sector players are Sierra Leoneans like we have now, we have to start, we benefit 2 things. 1, they know the challenges in the private sector themselves, in the energy sector themselves, they feel it, and because they feel it, they can address it. Secondly, we have a situation in which we will not be changing more forex in the hands of foreigners to be carted away from our country. So this will also boost the energy sector. We are also blessed, Mr. Speaker, that at a time like this, Sierra Leone is a nation in which we have every form of energy. Green energy evolution in Sierra Leone is so right. We have the sun, we have all other means. And this is one short project that will reduce the issue of thermal plants, the issue of having fuel into the generator, the issue of repairs. All of the costs on government will be shifted away. I want to say in this house, energy and water are 2 things our people cannot afford to live without. Whatever cost, I heard the chairman was talking about the cost. Whatever cost the energy is, it is much more cheaper than running a private generator. And that is what the people of Lunge have stayed with for years now. And look Lunge is not just the gateway to Sierra Leone, it is the image maker of this nation. Therefore, beautifying Lunge is one that is absolutely appreciated. I cannot speak on behalf of my leader, but I have never seen the leader smiling as he is smiling today. You know, Waterloo is not just a mini city now, but Waterloo is growing. With the advent of the new road going to Waterloo, in fact now Waterloo has expanded almost to Freetown. You hardly see the difference between Freetown and the other villages to Waterloo. Waterloo has expanded. And there is no way we can take from the main grid here in Freetown to supply Waterloo. It means the city is going to be more darker than it is now. So having a power station in Waterloo itself will ease the growing economic strength of Waterloo. These are not political agreements. We ask that government go into with more private sector. If we can even make Freetown into zones and have this kind of agreement, I am sure the issue of power outage will be a thing of the past. Let's look out for more opportunities. A country cannot develop if there is no energy. I have said it here. Our people cannot live on cooking every day, but if there is electricity, they can cook at least 2 or 3 times a week and still have something to eat. No nation goes by cooking daily. It is economically burden to our people. Women cannot, you know, this is how we say our women cook every day. We cannot have our women every day in the kitchen.
One more minute.
And in that 1 more minute, I will ask the MPs from Lunge this morning to clap for us because we've done good for them.
Yes, my lady.
Mr. Speaker, honorable members, I want to join my voice with others for this wonderful thing that is happening in Sierra Leone. I want to just pinpoint on 2 things. One is about informing the investors, those that have not yet come to Sierra Leone. Like my honorable from Cambia, Honorable AKK said, we have a lot of natural resources in Sierra Leone. We have wind. So if you want to do wind pipe for renewable energy, come, we have it in Sierra Leone. It's one natural resources we have. We have enough water. You want to do hydro? Come, we have enough water for renewable in Sierra Leone. We have enough sunlight. So you see, Sierra Leone is blessed with a lot of natural resources for us to migrate from using Kenema generator to renewable energy. We just need the support. We just need investors to come. We have it and we are ready to give it so that our people will get energy. The other thing I want to talk about is the benefit of this renewable energy to the lives of our people. I will say, okay, I'm not living in Lunge or Waterloo, but our people are all over this place. We are Sierra Leoneans. You go to Waterloo, you go to one particular area, you talk about the Kono people, they are living there. The Mede people, the Timni people. A lot of people are living in Waterloo that are related with us. And with this particular solar energy being established in that community, it will help them to preserve a lot of foodstuff. Our foodstuff from the provinces coming to Freetown are going bad because we don't have storage for them to preserve them. I believe with this energy, this solar plant that is going to be established in the Waterloo community, it will help for people to even come and think of building a place to preserve foodstuff. If you go to overseas, you see a lot of fresh food. You think they just harvested it yesterday. That is not it. It's because of a sustainable energy. They use those energy to preserve food so that food will be there all over the year. But you see, in Sierra Leone, because we don't have energy for proper storage, what happens? If even you are preserving, for example, mango, you don't preserve it more than even 1 month. It will get spoiled. But with this renewable energy, that will give idea to our business people to be able to preserve food. So we have it all over the year. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, I just admire the way the tariff is, because no matter what, some of us can afford. But we have our people that have migrated, especially the Waterloo community. It's a migration hub. It's an internal migration hub. But some people cannot even afford electricity. I like the way they have done it. They have put down the tariff, and I believe our people will be able to pay for electricity and they will enjoy it. Lastly and finally, it's also good for education. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, I'm living in a community where I have my neighbors who are living in a makeshift house. I'm telling you, they are still using pan lamp to study. Some cannot even afford the Chinese lights. Freetown here. Some cannot even afford the Chinese lights. Some are living in places when you go there, you ask them if they are really living in Freetown. But with this, honorable members, I believe the way the project of solar renewable is coming in Sierra Leone, I believe it will not only stop in Freetown, the provinces will also benefit, because even the electricity in our different districts are also not sustainable. But with the backup of this solar or wind pipe or hydro, it will help electricity to be sustainable. I want to thank you very much.
Yes, Mr. Speaker, honorable members, on behalf of my leader, you can see that there is so much energy from the leadership side of this house, because this one has to do with our leader. We want to take it very personal. But we have always maintained on this side that we are part of government, and you being an opposition does not mean you should be opposing whatever government does. We have always maintained that whatever that is good for the people of this country, this side of the house, also being Sierra Leoneans, we will always support, because we know whatever that benefits our people is a benefit for all Sierra Leoneans. Mr. Speaker, members, I want to commend the Ministry of Energy and by extension the government for this particular project, Mr. Speaker. And one thing I like about it is this is one of the most giant steps we are taking towards climate adaptation. And that's the trajectory the world is moving into now. We all know the challenges that the use of fossil fuel is posing on our environment. So having an energy source that will be solar driven, to me, is a step in the right direction, because we know what that one automatically brings. And of course, like the chairman of energy said, even with the cost of the kilowatt hour, it's relatively very much cheaper as compared to other source of energy generation. But Mr. Speaker, I just want to throw a note of caution, Mr. Speaker. I could remember the UNOPS. When the government introduced UNOPS, of course, we all know it was part of the post-Ebola project. The current president came and he continued with those projects effectively. But one thing we realized that is the fact that the solar energy, which was supposed to be even cheaper, is even more expensive than the other source of energy for the people. So what is a concern? If you are using a solar source of energy, we expect the cost to the people to be cheaper. But as we speak, Mr. Speaker, our villages, our children that are enjoying the solar mini grid are paying almost 3 times what we are paying in Freetown, are paying in Bo and other areas. To me, looking at the earning power, I think if you are resorting to solar, it has to be reflected on the cost that our people pay in terms of the kilowatts per hour. Mr. Speaker, members, to me, this project should not be seen as a Lunge project. It is not. Because one way or the other, we are connected to Lunge. It is the face of Sierra Leone. It is the gateway to the country. And most times, Mr. Speaker, we know what this one will bring. Most investors, when they come, some wouldn't want to use our seas. But Mr. Speaker, having a reliable energy in Lunge will open up a lot of business opportunities for tourism and other investments, which of course will induce investors to go to Lunge and open up that particular area, making it as a hub, thereby broaden our economic base. Mr. Speaker, members, I'm saying this because that it's not just a Lunge project, because only 10 megawatts will likely be used by Lunge. 60 megawatts will support the western area project. About 50%, 50 megawatts will be sent to Freetown to make sure that it supports the energy source that we already have in Freetown. To me, Mr. Speaker, I think we have to celebrate this as a nation because it does not only benefit Lunge, but rather it's going to benefit the whole of the country, Mr. Speaker. And I've seen the corporate issues committee. To me, based on what I've seen on the document here, Mr. Speaker, to me, I think the company is a bit very much responsive because for them to even offer to do asphalt roads and other development at CSR, to me, that in itself shows that they are intending to be a people-centered investment. And that's the way to go. It's not just about investing, but we want to see social investors, people that will come and not only focus on profit-driven, but also see how they can better the lives of the people that they work with. And that's exactly what I saw here, Mr. Speaker. But Mr. Speaker, honorable members, I want to ask the minister, we know about the Almighty Newton project. This is a project that we have heard of many times. If you go to Newton, Mr. Speaker,
1 more minute.
Yes, there is a Newton project. And that project was almost about 90% completed, Mr. Speaker, which was meant to support Waterloo. It is good because the feature of Freetown is now that other part. Even if we have 100 megawatts, it will even not be enough because it's going to be Waterloo. But once we install this capacity, the need of energy will expand onto Mashaka, probably even onto 91, where of course shows the potential of growth in this country. So I want the minister to respond on this one, to tell us about the status of the Newton project, which of course was far advanced before this government ensued and was continued also by this government. Please don't let us understand. On that note, I want to urge this House to support this agreement because it is not contentious and it's geared towards stimulating the growth of other sectors in the country. Thank you very much.
Yes, Mr. Speaker, honorable members, let me firstly express my profound thanks and appreciation to members of Parliament who have debated in support of this agreement. Like I always say, the essence of this agreement surpasses the supply of electricity because it does not only limit to the supply of electricity. You would agree with me that Sierra Leone is a conference of parties in the Paris Agreement. And Article 2(1)(a) is essentially clear that we have a goal to reduce the greenhouse emission to 2 degrees Celsius. And Sierra Leone is a signatory to that agreement. And Mr. Speaker, honorable members, we always have a 5-year plan that we do and present in the Paris Agreement whenever there is COP, that is Conference of Parties. We have a plan, and it is called the National Determined Contributions. So these are plans that are geared towards how the country will contribute to reduce the greenhouse gas emission, and adapt to climate change. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, you will agree with me that Sierra Leone has suffered so much from climate change. The landslide that happened in Motome was not just natural, it's a reaction to climate change.
when you affect the climate kicks back. And how does the climate kicks back? By natural disaster. Sierra Leone, especially the city, is an habitat of flood. Flood all over. Just when we have small rains, there are flood all over. Why is that? Because of the climate. So one thing we should do as a nation is to meet up to our commitment in the Paris Agreement, which is to reduce the greenhouse gas emission, to increase the greenhouse gas emission. And Mr. Speaker, honorable members, we all should know this, that the agreement that government has entered into is a good one. Good one in the sense, we all know that government budget is limited. Government is financially strangulated, and government cannot be able to perform well in every area or every department. So what government should do to ensure that the burden of government on government is reduced is to ensure that we go into the PPP. We partner with the private sector. And this is one partnership that I'm sure is a very, very good one, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, before the implementation of this very agreement, which is about 15 to 18 months after this ratification, this parliamentary ratification, there are a good number of things that I want government to focus on in Lungi, especially when it comes to electricity. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, Lungi is the gateway to Sierra Leone, and the first impression for any visitor goes a long way. I have been up the hill on several occasions, and when you look at Lungi, the environment, when the flight will want to land, you will have a negative impression. Everywhere is dark, except the airport, as if the airport is the only building in Lungi. We have gone to other countries, and when you take off, you see the illumination all around the country, the city. You admire the beauty of the city, and that is what we should replicate in Sierra Leone. Lungi must not be dark. You see, as I speak, Mr. Speaker, there is no electricity in Lungi. There is no electricity. And that impression is not good for us as a nation. So I want to plead with the minister to ensure that frantic efforts are made to increase electricity supply in Lungi. And even when we have what we call electricity supply in Lungi, it is only from 7 p.m. to 2 p.m. 7 p.m. to 2 p.m. And the thieves, all the thieves now in Lungi, they have watches. So they look exactly at their watch at exact 2 a.m. and they know the time to go out and cause havoc. You see, so we want also, this is a festive season. This is a festive season. I want to plead with the minister to ensure that they increase electricity supply, at least let it be around 8 a.m., Mr. Minister. And now to the Lungi, to the Lungi Power Development Limited. You know, you see, when government goes into agreement with any institution, is to ensure that the people in that community benefit from the agreement. You see, that was one problem we had with the airport agreement. I will not delve into it. You know, the community development plan is zero in that airport agreement. You know, the environment is benefiting little or nothing from the airport, except for those who are traveling. And Mr. Speaker, as a parliament, it's our responsibility to make sure that when government goes into an agreement, the people benefit. And this is one good agreement that the people of Lungi would benefit from. Yes, the people of Lungi would benefit. As I speak now, Mr. Speaker, our team, the Bullock Stars, has qualified for the Premier League. They are in the Premier League. Yes. Bible Warriors is also part of the Premier League. That shows how Podoko District is versatile when it comes to it. But interestingly, our field, the central field in Lungi,
is not up to standard. So the FA has sent us a notification that no game should be played on that pitch because it is not up to the Premier League standard. It has to be tough and it has to be constructed. It has to have toilets and all of these things, pavilion and all of these things. So as at now, the expenses on us who are the members of the board of the team is so enormous because we have to pay for the players, we have to pay for the supporters for each game that will be played at Podloko Central. So it's expensive on us. So for Lunge Power Development to offer to construct that field, I'm sure this is a right place to tap our table for them. And Mr. Speaker, honorable members, we also see the tariff. This tariff is even better than the offer made by the car powership. Even after the renegotiation, this tariff is better than that offer. So government should try to the best of our ability to ensure that we do our level best to get the best out of this agreement. And Mr. Speaker, honorable members, before I forget, we are also similarly purchasing power from the car powership. And the tariff for electricity is not low. But I have to ask myself on several occasions, why is it that government has not been able to pay car powership? There is a huge debt. A huge debt. So I don't want a similar trend to be replicated with the Lunge Development Power Project and also the Innovent Solar Park. In as much as they are selling the power to government directly. So government should ensure there is proper modalities to be paying for this power, so that we are not faced with similar embarrassment of shutting down their generated power, on government, and the city goes again on blackout. You see. So, Mr. Speaker, we have to pay serious concentration on this. I have always nurtured the opinion that it's because of the single treasury account that government revenue are paid into one account and the monies are used by government. But we should ring-fence or fence-ring this very revenue that we'll be getting from this electricity supply, so that at the end of the day, we pay them exactly when it is due. And Mr. Speaker, honorable members, I don't intend to hold this house because we have a lengthy debate today on the budget. But all I would say is that I want to thank the Ministry of Energy for going into such an agreement. And I also want to thank the Innovent and the Lunge Power Development for their sacrifice and their service to Sierra Leone. And I want to assure them that we, the members of Parliament, will always work hand in glove with them to ensure that we make it very easy for them to operate. If they have constraints, especially when it's legislative related, let them don't hesitate to meet members of Parliament to see how best we can be able to provide our own solution. We, with this mentality, Sierra Leone as a nation will progress. We have a lot of things to learn from, and I have stated few of those things. Let them don't repeat in this new agreement that we're having. On behalf of myself and my people of Lunge, I want to plead on members of Parliament on both sides of the aisle to expeditiously approve this agreement. Thank you, Mr.
Speaker. When the leader of the opposition have asked for the expeditious approval of this agreement, me on this side, as head of government business, will have little to say, because this is a government agreement, and when it is brought to this parliament, and the opposition says we should expedite the approval of it, I believe it's a good agreement.